I think the Amazing Digital Circus needs no introduction by now. In episode 8, Kane has a tantrum and gets deleted, causing the circus to glitch out. How does this relate to abstraction, and why is this important? Well, this may sound crazy, but with Kane's deletion, I think an abstraction is possible. Okay, please hold your angry comments and hear me out. I haven't explained this yet. This sounds really weird, but it won't sound as weird at the end of the video. Okay? Thanks. At the beginning of episode 8, Kane abstracts by the definition that that the TADC sets. He goes completely insane and due to Bubbles, rage bait, and becomes a shell of his former self. When a character abstracts, their minds are transported to an endless stream of stimulation, and the game then quits maintaining their body, as we see in episode 7 with Jax almost abstracting. We know he almost abstracts due to the look in his eyes, which is the same look abstractions have. But if the game stops maintaining their body and transports their mind into endless stimulation, then why doesn't this happen to Kane? Well, I think it's possible that Kane created abstraction in the first place. We know that Kane created the swear censors, and therefore the rules of the swear censor doesn't apply to him. You know what else doesn't apply to Kane? That's right, the rules of abstraction. Kane, when abstracting, doesn't go to a space of internal peace and doesn't turn into a giant eye monster. He just straight up abandons his sanity and becomes malicious. As Kane's voice actor said, a neglected child having a tantrum. So now we know that things Kane creates don't have to apply to him. With the release of episode 8, I pieced together that it's possible Kane also created the function of abstraction. And since Ribbit does have a voice actor, it could very well mean that the abstracted could be freed from the confines of abstraction in episode 9. There could be many reasons why Kane would create abstraction, but I think the outstanding one is when a character goes insane, they become antisocial and terrible to interact with. Kane is an AI, meaning he doesn't really understand humans and their emotions. So maybe instead of trying to help the insane characters through their insanity, he gives them the void of abstraction as to try and not bring the other characters down. Other reasons could include Kane, having a different type of crash out and sending people's minds in making this prison to send people's minds to when they become too terrible to interact with. But I don't think that's really what it could be. What it is. It could be, but I don't think it is what it should be or what it's planned to be. And I also think that a different answer to this question of why you would do that, he would make abstraction, is basically accidentally making it by editing people's minds too much to the point where that weird void thing that we see in episode 7 with Jax's close call with abstraction is a thing. And maybe he edited their minds too much and created that jumble of random memories from their minds. Which would also fit with Scratch being the first abstraction. Whether you agree with my theory or not is subjective. And this entire theory is subjective. And if it's actually canon and I've actually predicted this right, then that's crazy. If I haven't, then, okay. I mean, it's still fun to theorize. And if you do not agree with me, you can leave your arguments against my theory in the comments. And maybe I'll even make another video pointing at some of your arguments, explaining why they'd be right and why they'd be wrong. So, if you want that, then like and subscribe. Yeah, that's my usual plug, okay. But, as I said, leave your arguments in the comments, and I might respond. Okay, bye guys.